What is zip zone? Zip zones designated broad regions of the country, whereas a standard 5-digit zip code refers to a very specific location. The first number of the zip code indicates a region that encompasses multiple states. There are 10 zip zones in the United States. Zone 0 includes the 7 northeastern states that have zip codes that begin with a 0. Zone 9 includes the 3 West Coast states whose zip codes begin with 9. There are 3 zip zones in Canada and 1 in Mexico. How are zip zones used? Zip zones come in handy when using DAT's load boards. For example, when a carrier posts a truck, he needs to specify where he's willing to go. If a carrier is willing to drive to any state on the East Coast, basically this side of the United States, then can simply select Z0, Z1, Z2, and Z3, rather than typing in a dozen separate states. I'll be focusing on using zone maps, then we'll be talking about zone-to-zone searches, and lastly, we'll talk about zone-to-state searches. Let's talk about using zone maps. Zone maps basically divide the country into specific regions, allowing you to search for lows within those regions. These can be especially helpful when you're looking to minimize deadhead miles by focusing on a particular area. Familiarize yourself with the zone map and understand how states are grouped together into zones. This will help you quickly identify high demand regions where your trucks can operate more profitably, or your carriers. As I said, we'll be talking about zone-to-zone searches. This technique involves searching for loads that move between specific zones. For example, you might search for loads moving from the southeast, which is zone 4, to the Midwest, which is zone 3. So another good example will be if you notice that there are a lot of outbound freight from the southeast heading to the Midwest, you can position your truck in zone 4 and set up zone-to-zone searches to find the best paying loads. So at the top, as you can see, we have zone-to-zone searches, we have state-to-state searches, we have state-to-city searches, and we have city-to-city searches. So on the origin, we have Z0 all the way down to Z7. We're going to Z8, Z9. What I mean by that is, as you can see, from Z0, Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7. Basically, I'm including all of these states instead of typing North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, Washington, Virginia, Iowa. You're not typing, you're basically putting numbers. The load board will take your input and the system will know that it should include all of the states. So basically, you're moving from this side of the country going to this side of the country, which is Z8 and Z9, and includes all of these states. This basically simplifies your workflow. So pro tip here, don't include commas. You just list your zones and DAT will automatically put commas for you, making your life easier. Now on the equipment tab, you can put drive and reefer, whatever the equipment you're looking for. Load type we're looking for, as I said, always full or partial load. Length you can put, for example, I'm looking for 48 and not more than 45,000. And this is the data range, and you click search. And these are the options we have. And remember, I highly recommend going back 24 hours. And on the bookable loads, you just uncheck this and it will come back and it'll click done. There you go. Search loads. And this is basically how you can use zones to pull loads. Sometimes you may want to search for loads that originate in a specific zone, but deliver to a specific state, right? This is useful when you know you have a strong delivery network in that state. For example, for the flatbed, we have Houston or Dallas or Austin. Basically, Texas is good for flatbed. You could search for loads from Z5, which is West Coast, to Texas, ensuring that you're focusing on a high demand delivery area that you're well positioned to serve. So let's demonstrate that. Let's put Z5. As you can see, includes all of these, and we're going to Texas. Remember, we're doing zones to state searches. And equipment type, we have flatbed, and again, full or partial. You can leave this empty if you wanted to, but in my case, I'll do 53 and 45,000 or not more than 45,000. Data range, we include today, and let's say 6th. Search. So these are the results for region Z5 going to Texas, and Z5 includes all of the states. And at the left side, you can see that there are 6 states, and they are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Z5 includes all of these states. And we're going where? We're going to Texas. So maybe you're confused and maybe you're thinking like, why don't I do Z7? But remember, we did a specific search from these states. We are going to Texas only. But if you do Z7, then it will include Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and also Oklahoma. So it's very important to note that. Now that we have covered zone to zone searches and zone to a specific state searches, let's talk about state to state searches and state to city searches. State to state and state to city searches allow you to narrow down your search results even further, giving you precise control over your load planning, which is very important for carriers and freight dispatchers. Please take notes. Don't overthink it. Just let sink in. If it's something not clear, please re-watch that video. You are getting a pro, and know that becoming a pro dispatcher, it's not easy. You need the information, and I'm giving it to you. So let's do state to state searches. Let's go here. And again, you can also click on this plus sign. You can do, let's say, from Georgia, you're going to, let's say, Texas. This technique is useful when you're targeting a specific lanes between 2 states. For example, if you know that there is a lot of freight moving from Georgia to Texas, you can set up state-to-state search to find these opportunities. I'll give you a pro tip. Use state-to-state searches when you want to focus on high volume lanes where your trucks can constantly find loads. For flatbed, from Georgia to Texas, this is a hot lane. A lot of flatbed loads are being moved in this particular lane, which is from Georgia to Texas, more specifically from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas. And again, with the filtering, you already know, you can put, let's put in this case, a reefer, full or partial. You can put, if you wanted to, let's say 48, you can put 48. You can leave this blank, and you can click on search, and let's see how many loads we have. The reason why I did this way is because I want to show you something very important tactic. So see, for only today, there's no loads available from Georgia to Texas. Let's play around. This is for reefer. So without playing with data range and the length, let's just put a different equipment, for example, flatbed, and let's search, let's see what happens. There are no loads for flatbed. Let's remove 48. Let's search and see if there's some loads more than 48. No loads more than 48. Now, the last thing you wanted to do is the date range. Let's go and select 6th September and see what happens. There we go. Now you have 12 results to play with. Let's now select reefer and see what's happening. Search and see how many loads we have. Oh, wow. Now we have even more loads. How cool is that? Now you're learning ins and outs of this load book, which is very important. Now let's move to state to city searches. Let's click South Carolina to Houston, Texas. And again, you can always do new search by clicking new searches. For even more precision, is very important using load boards. You can search for the loads that move from specific state to a specific city. This is especially useful when you are trying to position your trucks close to a major market or hub. If you have a truck in South Carolina and wanted to deliver in specific market in Houston, Texas, you can set up a state-to-state searches from South Carolina to Houston, Texas, as shown above. This allows you to target loads that get your truck exactly where it needs to be. Now, here is a pro tip. I want to give you something very important that I learned over the years. Not many people talk about this, but check this out. Combining filters with state and city searches are crucial in your day-to-day workflow. What I mean by that, if you wanted to maximize your efficiency, combine filters with state-to-state or state-to-city searches. For example, you could search for a load from Texas to Florida, filtered by rate per mile and pickup date. I'll give you an even more in-depth example. So you have a truck in Texas and you know that Florida is a high demand market. By setting up a state-to-state search with filters for rate per mile and pickup date, you can quickly find the most profitable loads that meet your criteria. So in other words, have these open, meaning zone to a state to state searches, state to city searches, and city to city searches. And why you want to do this? Because you want to quickly find the most profitable lows that meet your criteria, which is very important. And again, to get the most out of your filters and search techniques, here are a few best practices to keep in mind. Number one, regularly update your search criteria. The freight market is dynamic, and what works today or at this moment might not work tomorrow. Regularly review and update your search criteria to ensure that you're always targeting the best opportunities. I'll give you a pro tip here. Set up multiple safe searches with the different criteria so you can quickly switch between them as market conditions change. I'll give you an example. So if you wanted to save this search result, what you can do is come up here. So you see these three dots, you click on them, and what you can do, you can save searches. You click save searches, you saved it, you can come back to Georgia, meaning state to state searches. You can come back up here and you can click and automatically saved. The next logical question is, how am I going to find those saved searches? You click on plus sign, you see it's up here. You just quickly search, and it'll be automatically searching without putting all the filters up. So best practices number two, let's say, use multiple search techniques together. Don't rely on just one type of search. Use combination of zone, state, and city searches to cover all of your bases and ensure you're not missing out on any opportunities. For example, if you're running multiple trucks, set up zone-to-zone searches for your long hauls, state-to-state searches for your mid-range runs, and state-to-city searches for last mile deliveries. And always, we'll be talking about analyzing your results in upcoming videos when we will start talking about the market conditions and market condition index. Take the time to review the results for your searches and adjust your strategies as needed. Not many dispatchers doing this, and they're missing a lot of money on the table. So if you're constantly seeing low rates in certain lanes, it might be the time to shift your focus to more profitable areas. Pro tip here, keep track of your search results. Over time, you will develop a deeper understanding of the market and be able to anticipate trends before they happen.